Alrighty. Alright, so let's all do a quick thing of looking at and understanding what tasks we need to do. And I'm thinking this one's a board. Ooh, already looks like they've done some good stuff improving the experience here. Alright, so to do. Let's go look at it first. So anybody out there that's a streamer, your input here is going to be hugely valuable. Hey, what's up, Vinny? How you doing? Yeah, thank you. Alright. And I think, yeah, it's maybe a little early for this. I do kind of feel a little something behind the left eye there. So we're going to try and jump ahead of it. Oh, that one was deep, wasn't it? The game you're building is turning out to be educational? But yeah, harder than you thought it would be. Yeah, that's how most things are. Yeah, no worries, demonetized. Vinny. I'll try and remember Vinny. My bad. Okay, so yeah, let's pour some water. No, that's fine. I really appreciate it, Vinny. Yeah, like the lurk over there really helps me out. So thank you. Right, lurks on all of them really help me out. But yeah, the lurk over there really, really helps. So, thank you. You know what, though? I need to edit it because we have a different title now. Shit. So yeah, I want to see, did the title change for you guys over on Red Platform? Damn, it just got warm in here all of a sudden. Let me double check one thing. I want to make sure my window is still like plugged up right. It wasn't. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay. Yeah, if the seal on that window gets wonky, title did change, perfect. Thanks, guys. Yeah, if the seal on that window gets wonky, it lets in way too much of that extreme heat from outside. So, there we go. Yeah, it looks like Twitch fixed the bug. They're actually reporting views properly now. Actually, it still looks like a pretty long list. So now they're like compensating the other direction. Of course, they'll figure it out. Okay, so for the UI, right? Any streamers out there? What do we need on this page? What can we improve it with? So, home page. Now we'll just do home. Yeah. Home, so home, a frequently asked questions section. General. Custom logo. Home. Yeah, it was just crazy when it was like saying we were at like 150 or whatever. Like, I'd really appreciate it. That'd be awesome, but nah. I don't think it was accurate. Which is a bummer. But yeah, so then home, home, better marketing copy. When we get into the app, right, so home setup, or sorry, setup, instructions about what to do with URL. Oh. This is interesting. Right, so home setup bot. Cool. Okay. Add warning when token is about to expire. All right. Are there any of these things that people would like to try their hand at? Yeah, this is GitHub projects. Oof. Gets way back there. Weird. All right. How do I get back to the repo? Eh, it's there. Oh, I've got it as private though. What breadcrumb? Are you saying that? That's to the project itself. If I click here, that's to projects. So it doesn't go actually to the repo at all. I want to get back to the repo. You're thinking of the old projects thing. This is projects 2.0 basically. So all projects are actually associated with your user or your organization. It's weird, but it's for like cross-repo like organization planning. You can still associate it with a repo, but I don't see any way to get back to it from here. I think that's something they should probably end up fixing. All right, cool. So, feel free, if anyone wants to tackle any of those issues, or any of those, like, draft issues, I can turn them into a proper issue and write up a proper description. But if not, no worries. Not a big deal. Oh, and I'm sorry. Oh, it doesn't noise gate my typing? Oh. Interesting, Vibrant. It should, because I definitely have... Oh, no, I think I just have ducking. I should have some noise suppression on the mic, but it's probably not enough. Oh well, is that bad, or is it acceptable? But just started like doing back-end stuff. What do you mean? Like you've just started learning, and back-end is like your forte still? Yeah, no worries. So yeah. Man, I'm just really hoping we get someone in here that ends up having their follow-versary soon. It's just a bit loud. Hold on, let me fiddle with it. All right, let me test it. Is it better? Did it keep coming through? No, it's not on Twitch side. He's talking about over on the other side. Yeah, it seems like it's still coming through. Yeah, I don't know. It should be suppressing, but yeah, the way I get it up to the other thing. Oh well. It's fine. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. So looks like Jens, you got yours coming up soon. Just a couple weeks. Hell yeah. Alright, so nobody wants to deal with or contribute or fiddle with that at all. I get it. Let's get on to the Rust stuff. Actually, that one I could let. Cool. Alright, so now... Oh, really? I didn't even see that part, Jens. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah. This category didn't exist at that point, Jens. Okay. Ooh, good call. Like maybe you even made it into this stream from a Freckled Science raid. I could see that. Alright, so we shuffle that out of the way for now. Is it only when I'm hammering on it as well? Because they're using different plugins demonetized. One plugin doesn't work as well as the other. Like the software I'm using to broadcast. Alright, so that's our Rust code. Oh, and Lilum, thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing? You heard that just now? Okay. Yeah, interesting. Not sure. Midnight Rider, thank you for the follow. Okay, so is schedule active? It's always true there. For global, yeah, we got some stuff to figure out here. Yeah, it's not even accounting for time. Right. So that means I think I need is schedule time active as a function as well. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to paste the link over here. Copy link address. Yeah, I forgot to actually paste it over into Time Enjoyed's Discord. Alrighty. You just realized your Twitch birthplace? Uh-oh. Is that good? Alright, schedule time type. We got none, start, end, and daily. Okay, so, was invited to do an interview with the Code Traveler. He had a channel called 8-Bits. Had to create a Twitch login. Your kids were like, Dad, Twitch is only for gamers. If you create an account, it's like if you walk out in public in a pair of Air Jordans. So now you own a pair of Air Jordans. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's awesome, man. Alright, let me double check this too. What I'm trying to think about is the function we're going to need to handle this part. So hold on, Vexilla schedule does need schedule type passed in, but time type is its own thing. Okay, yeah. So schedule type comes in here. This ends up being schedule dot schedule time type. When it's just time type. And what up, Zeratar? It has been a bit. I forgot the name of your app, or your game back in the day. But yeah, I still think it's a really great idea. Yeah, this is Rust. Keep in mind, we'll be doing a PHP plugin too. Oh yeah! I know. Interview time. Fuck yeah, get that shit. You got this, man. Yeah. I think it was funny that I saw that you were like still booked for like conference talks about like A/B testing and all that. Right? It's kind of funny. You can work it into your talk. I used to work at Split. They really supported me creating this talk, but if anyone else is hiring, wink. Yeah, exactly. Because they did pay for the talk to be made. You know, you did it under their time, etc. So, like, yeah, they still deserve the shout out and all that. Right. But yeah, peace. Get that interview. See you in a bit. Yeah, I actually have some questions for you after. Yeah. So just let me know. Rox was in a famous YouTuber's video? Oh, nice. Which YouTuber? You need to recruit new devs. So me specifically, I work at a company I enjoy. Does anybody know if there's a max length on how long your path can be? Like your path variable? Hey, yeah, Brainsman. It's always the song command. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's a good playlist, and it's royalty free, so if you're a streamer at all, yeah, feel free, use it. Zeratar, no, you're missing it. I mean, like, path in your, like, terminal. Talking about OS, yeah. A coworker is having a major issue with, like, the view proxy and stuff like that, that I tried to help him work through and couldn't figure anything out, and it's working on my machine, which is a bummer. So, yeah, it's, like, really tough. But it does bring up a good point. We're going to have to like really fix the proxy situation once we migrate out of Vue anyway. So that's a good note. I don't think I was thinking about that yet. I'm going to have to fix that. They're on a Mac. So yeah, not sure. I really don't know what their issue is. We mainly needed React Table at a time that it didn't support Vue, or at least like the migration started at a time that TanStack Table didn't support Vue. .1024 on Mac OS. Oh. So yeah, good point. 1023, 1024, okay. I don't think they're beyond that, but I don't know. Yeah, URLs can get like absurdly large, but can still be an issue. And yeah, what up, Lapis? How you doing? Oh, online or virtual machine? This is just on their machine. Like, just their Mac. So not inside of a virtual machine. This is all local. Oh, there's a registry thing in Windows? Okay. Yeah, thanks, everyone. Appreciate you. But yeah, Zeratar. I mean, unless you're looking for contract work, especially if it's something I could do here on stream, then we could talk. But as far as like employment, I'm not trying to do the whole like overemployed too much, but if it's something I could do on stream, then oh, okay. Then you're actually speaking my language. And then other than that, yeah, not sure. What is the role for? Because we do have a Discord channel in which you could post, you know, the role. But no, we got Followversary bot working. I should probably have a command for it, which we'll do right now. All right, so Commands, add, follow-versary bot. All right, cool. So yeah, it still needs work, but it's actually running right now, which is pretty cool. But it needs work. We need a proper logo. Wouldn't mind, you know, fixing some of this copy, adding a frequently asked questions section below. Here on the app. Wouldn't mind, you know, having better instructions for the copy URL section. Didn't know what? For the 1024 thing? Yeah, it was news to me too. I didn't know it either. Yeah, we all learned. But yeah, Zeratar, what role are you hiring for? If you want to post a link and, you know, a description or whatever over in the Discord, that'd be awesome. That's the thing, Lapis. I don't actually know what I want. So if you'd be willing to, like, maybe even, like, find example logos? Or maybe we could create, like, a vote for stuff? Like, I don't know. No, that's fine. Yeah, I get you. How long it takes to be senior? I don't know, that's tough. Some number I saw online that, you know, it's somewhere between 5 and 8 years. I'd like to think I ramped up quicker than that, but, you know, I've been plateaued at senior for a bit. Oh, so tralala. No. Do the interviews anyway, because it's good practice. What's the worst they're going to do? Say no? That's fine. You can just apply again next year when you're ready. Fuck it. So you want full stack, backend, and CTO positions. Okay. And what is the stack? Yeah, if you'd be, like, I'm guessing it's not something I could work on stream. If it were, I would happily consider, like, some contract. Like, you know. But, yeah. I'm guessing it's not, like, public buildable. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, send me a message over in the Discord. Have I ever felt tired working with coding stuff? So tralala, you're probably talking about, like, burnout? And that's a different thing. Exactly, Zeratar. Like, I already have a job that deserves my full attention, but if I could put some time into things on stream, like, you know, stream deserves my full attention too. If I could do that for some open source or at least publicly buildable thing, that would actually, I'd be okay with a contract thing for that. fractional whatever, you know, that kind of shit. Yeah, if I could at least do a portion of it. Yeah, probably. I think that'd be fine. Oh, not quite, Weedham boys. Wednesdays can also get pretty Sunday-ish. Right, feel free to, like, join my Discord and then leave, but, like, at least send me a message and friend request before you leave. I know how it gets with having too many Discords, so don't worry about that. I know Mewtru is also looking. I've never, like, directly assessed her skills, but typically, if you hire Mewtru, you get VJJ on the side. So that's kind of like a decent investment. Hey, what up, Scoos? How you doing? It's a two-player swing, right? Average hourly rate for junior? That's just, yeah. Yeah, that's tougher. Yeah, no worries, Zertar. Just, yeah, throwing it out there. Yeah, and I could definitely, like, set aside some nights to do, like, the non-open source stuff. Like, on my gaming stream, like, you know, I'll be hanging out, but you can't see my screen. Yeah, totally. And yeah, we're gonna pour some more whiskey. And we're gonna keep hacking at this thing. We gotta really think about how we do this. I don't think we need is time schedule active. I think we can just do a tuple of time schedule type and schedule type. I know, 3.5 what? Like, tralala, all of that is gonna be dependent on your own cost of living and where you live. Right? Like your cost of living, where you live, etc. No one can make that decision for you, tralala. Typically, no, that is slave wages, and 3.5 is bad, but if you live somewhere cheap enough that you can make that work, then you have at least a job on your resume. So the value of a legitimate job on your resume could be something. No, that was definitely a dodgeball reference, Ethan. It's a two-player swing. Right? That's Patches O'Houlihan, like, from the video saying it. Yeah, my guess is he's about to pull, like, a Tree Fitty joke. I mean, just look at the name. Tralala. Yeah, totally. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Right? I bet that's what their name is a reference to. It's a great song. Damn it, I hope I didn't do it too perfect and I'm gonna get, like, copy struck because of it. Fuck. Damn it, that's what I get for singing too perfectly. The music and the singing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get some shut-eye ends. For sure, good conversations. Yeah, appreciate you. And I wasn't trying to, like, be too dismissive about the Spectrum thing earlier. I just simply think, like, we need words for these things. That's all. If we can have more finely grained words, then that's better. Tralala, like, just Google it. I'm sorry, man. Like, if you're treating a Twitch chat like your own personal Google, you're gonna have a bad time. Seriously, go check out sites like Payscale or Glassdoor and get at least, like, a basic whatever. The reverse troll. Forces someone to sing the troll song that gets them DMCA'd. I know, it's actually, like, a really, like, high-level move. Like, that's some 5D chess. Gotta ask Karen in HR. Exactly. But yeah, tra-la-la, check out Payscale, check out Glassdoor, also check out levels.fyi. But just remember, like, you know, all these are just estimates. Your own personal cost of living is going to matter more than anything. Oh, I probably should have just done levels FYI without all the junk. But yeah, like, tra-la-la. Seriously, stop treating Twitch chat like your own personal Google. You can find all this stuff on the internet. If you're unable to research that, you're going to have a real bad time as a dev. Because searching for things on the internet is our biggest #1 skill to build and practice. That's why I'm not worried about ChatGPT or Copilot or whatever, because I have already built up the skill I needed. And that skill is Googling. Glassdoor, where do you think the numbers, or sorry, tra-la-la, where do you think those numbers come from? They're going to be as accurate as asking a handful of strangers the same question. Check Payscale, check Glassdoor, check levels.fyi. And that's it. That's all the information you have available to you. That's all the information we have available to us. There isn't some magical secret source that we're going to find this stuff on. Right? There's no like secret thing like, hey, I just hit senior, I'm going to get some magical like list of what juniors make. No, it doesn't happen. I would use Glassdoor. I would use Payscale. I did. The part you're avoiding or not trusting, tra-la-la, is the exact same information people you're asking would be using. Have some faith in yourself and your ability to find information on the internet. The Eaton Boys Club. Yeah, there you go. Totally. So yeah, totally not related, but what's my advice for someone who wants to get a job in cybersecurity, specifically pen testing? I have no idea. I have never worked that. No clue. But there are plenty of streamers here in like the category that do some of that content that you should probably check out. God, I'm not going to be able to remember all of them. I know there was some list. I don't know if it's up to date. Yeah, JBeers does awesome content in that regard, for sure. Yeah, JBeers is another great stream. InfoSec streams. I'm not sure how often they keep this stuff up to date, but yeah, this is a great list too. And they at least have like the notice of like if someone's online or not. Hate Handles, great. Yeah, they raid all the time. Theo here, awesome. Trash Puppy, great. I think Trash Puppy's been focusing on more than just cybersecurity though. And hold up. Let's do this anyway. I don't care. We'll do it twice. Shout out so nice we did it twice. So, oh, you're a Spanish stream. Hell yeah. How you doing, Blue Web? Let me give you a follow. I love all the, like, the new tech streams. Like, not new, but, like, over the past couple years, how broadly focused, like, it's been. Like, there's Portuguese streams, there's Spanish streams, there's German, Turkish. Like, there's so many more, like, broad, like, value of, like, whatever language you speak, you might be able to find it. Not yet, but, like, it's getting better and better that way, which is really cool. Like, really cool. Now, it harms my growth a bit, because there are definitely people who speak Spanish and Portuguese, etc., that were hanging out here for a long time, and now they have other channels to go to that actually speaks their language. I could be upset about it, but it's actually, it's better. It's just better. So it's awesome. I like the fact that there's so many other language-speaking tech like channels. So, hell yeah. Cheers to you. And yeah, let me get to that real quick there, Zeratar. Oh, and yeah, sorry. I didn't even see yours yet. Yep, accept DM. Okay, yeah. So, sounds good. I would still say, Zeratar, I think, like, a contract instead of, like, a salary would be better for everybody, right? You know, like a good effective rate equal to that, but, you know, just based upon how much time I can put in. All right, so at the expectation of 40 hours a week for a whole month, you know, make the hourly that. I'd be fine with it. Right, and then, like, it's a no questions, like, you know, like, hey, is it, like, doing it, like, whatever, right? But yeah, Zeratar, we'll talk more, like, you know, yeah. So yeah, let's talk on Discord later. I don't want to, like, divert all of what we're doing right now. But yeah, seems cool. So tralala, that's the point, right? You're asking about what the rate is in the US, but it's not relevant to your country. So if it's not relevant to your country, just make the decision. Is it enough money for you to live on? Either do it or don't. That's it. That's all there is to it, tralala. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. Figure that shit out on your own, because you're a big boy. I hope you put your pants on and tie your shoes in the morning. Make a decision. Is it enough money to live on? If not, then don't take it. And yeah, no worries, Zeratar. Yeah, we'll chat about it, for sure. So yeah, Blue Web. Really appreciate the raid. Thank you. I saw that you were doing something with front-end frameworks, right? Hermoso Framework de Backend. So what is Hermoso Framework? Or is it not the name of a framework? Okay. Probably not the name of a framework. Yeah, I'm a collector. I've known some of these tabs longer than I've known, like, a bunch of people here in chat. Alright? No, Zeratar, I wasn't talking to you. Zeratar, I was talking to someone named Tralala. The make a decision thing was for Tralala. They're asking about what some junior's rate would be. I don't fucking know. I can't make that decision for them. They need to make the decision on their own because they're a big boy. They put on their pants just like a big boy. Yeah, sorry. Like, Zeratar, that's the problem with, like, trying to maintain two conversations at once. Especially about compensation. We're good, right? You and I, we can discuss that and come up with a thing. Again, Zeratar, I'm not saying the make a decision thing towards you. I'm saying this towards Tralala. They need to simply evaluate if it's enough for them to live on. Is it? Then do it. If not, then don't. There's no some secret to the universe. You're a big boy. Make a decision. Nah, it's alright. You'll have to pay, like, some real money for that. Damn, what is the temperature outside right now? It is too hot. 88, motherfucker. It was supposed to get colder, man. If it doesn't chill out soon, I'm gonna be real pissed. 88's too hot, man. 88's too hot. I hates it. Yeah, I mean, I know. Oh, it's not hot where you're from. I don't care. It's too hot for me right now. That's all there is to it. My AC is struggling. Yeah, it sucks. That's fine, Lapis. It sucks for you too, right? We can all recognize that it sucks all around. No big deal. But I hate it. 88 degrees? I'm a snowboarder. I'm a snowboarder. I want it to be, like, for a good sunny day, like mid-60s max. Max. Yeah, 65 to 70? Yeah, that is a livable temperature to me. Yeah, so MK Slug is bragging right now. 50 relative humidity? You're saying that's ideal for you? I'm in a place where it's 33 and it's awesome. 90% humidity in Ontario? You don't typically think of Ontario as being that, like, humid or hot. That is gnarly. You guys are in, like, a heat wave or something, huh? Oh, the Great Lakes really push the humidity, right? But what's the temperature where you're at, Big Finn? Oh, wait, really? Oh, sorry. I didn't see, I thought they were saying 59 was the Celsius there, and that didn't seem right, because I know 100 Celsius is like 300 degrees or something, right? So yeah, my bad. If I clicked that, yeah, 37 sounds like a fucking nightmare. Fucking nightmare. Yeah, I was seeing 59 as like, oh, that's the Celsius? No, that's the low in Fahrenheit. Which is still too damn hot, man. Too damn hot. But yeah, Jason, you're gonna be getting to some real hot shit. Oh, like literally y'all are dying. Yeah, for sure, Koopa. Right? At that point, I'd start really like exploring building like a cave system instead. No. How about this? I've got a cal.com link. Like, what time is it for you right now, Zeratar? Right? Probably not tonight. But I could make sure I'm, like, capable of talking tomorrow night. So it's 12 a.m. for you. So, yeah, you wouldn't want to push it later. Something earlier in the day would be better for you. Okay, yeah, let me give you just my Calcom link. Yeah, one sec. Oh, and yeah, let me accept the friend request, sorry. And yeah, seriously, again, Zeratar, I'm so sorry that you thought I was saying the make a decision thing to you. Like, not at all, dude. Nah, man, like, yeah, we'll figure this out. We got this. Like, yeah, no big deal. I feel really bad that you thought I was saying the make a decision thing to you. Like, not at all. That was towards Tralala. Right? It just sucked that, like, two people were talking about compensation at the same time, so it was easy to confuse. Yeah, Lapis. Heat hurts my head, too. For sure, man. But yeah, everyone coming over from, Blue Web Stream, what y'all up to? Like, shout out what you're doing today. Like, yeah, I want to know. As I pour another beverage. I will shill for the red platform. Anybody that wants to lurk the red platform, that would help me out. No worries if not, no big deal. Like, chat over there too, it actually does something for engagement, etc. Like, yeah. Any red platform lurks y'all can do? One big thing is, if you're lurking both, try and drag the red platform out to its own new window. And then just like let that window be in the background or something. Because that window being like front and center is actually something they measure for like viewership. I'm pretty sure. Because they do the same thing where like my like live streaming like dashboard that they give me, it actually like pauses the video feed when my video is not the frontmost thing. Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Chaotic. So it's not even frontmost as far as like your browser windows because they can't determine that. That's an OS thing. But they can somehow get the like Chrome like activity, right? Is it the active tab? So at that point, yeah, active tab they can discern, active window they cannot. So throw that out there, just letting you know if you're trying to leave a lurk for support, that's the way to do it. And yeah, thank you there, Mike Jones! Ooh, I don't know why that Mike Jones name is like, I remember people just yelling the name Mike Jones, like back in like the early 2000s. Have you ever like had people yell that? Do you really hate when that song came out? Or is your name a reference to that and that's not even your real name? That'd be even crazier. That'd be cooler. Yeah, keep sound on for like the stream, the video, but then mute the tab. They can't detect that. They can't see all of your tabs. All they do is like Chrome itself will give a notification of what, like, is this tab currently active? And that's I think even like an API that you can listen to in JavaScript at all to maybe like lower the amount of like requests you're making or re-renders or whatever, right? Browsers themselves actually throttle based on that, but I think there's also an API for it too. Oh, I'm sorry. So there you go, Jonestown. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're 36, I'm 38, 39, so yeah, like, I totally remember that. Yep. There's someone named Nick Jones, like, snowboarding-wise, that, like, people would yell at, Nick Jones! Like, in the same way, right? Like, dude, so annoying. Who? Mike Jones! Like, yeah, so annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry. Right, you got some PTSD from that one. That's my bad. And what up, Zayden? Can I just say AJ? Or D? Like, you pick one. D or AJ? It's either one. But yeah, what are we up to? We're building a Rust SDK. Right now, we're kind of like ranting a bit. Yeah, no worries there, Veggie. So basically, REST is a way of understanding like a structure for APIs. HTTP is how the entire internet works. REST is built on top of HTTP. And yeah, what's up, Snowy? Oh, do you stream? I don't think I knew you streamed. I do follow you though. So okay, yeah, you've rated at some point then, right? And I just forgot. Because I'm pretty sure that's how I would have known that you streamed. Like, maybe I asked about it at one point. I don't remember. Oh, that's right. You were saying, like, hey, I'm going to start streaming. And I was like, well, I'll give you a follow. Right? Was that it? Yeah, totally. I remember that. I'm pretty sure I remember that now. I know I did it for someone. Yeah, AJ, I'm a collector. I'm a collector. I got tabs for days. But yeah, you might stream some Rust? Nice. What kind of Rust? I am currently writing Rust code that I'm scared to turn Clippy on for. You know. The code for JS is just simply document.hidden. There you go, yeah. But it's only for the tab, not for the window. Yep. Yeah, thanks for finding that. I didn't remember what the API was. Basically, Jason, that's where it gets its name from. It's a reference directly to that. AJ, so yeah, this is some Rust code, and it shouldn't feel too out of reach, especially because JS is going to get a pattern matching syntax eventually that will be pretty damn cool. Eventually. But really just, you know, learning new languages will make you understand more stuff. Yeah, exactly, Mike Jones. Yeah, the video is somehow way better on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I don't get it. I don't even know. Because I'm actually using OBS as a virtual camera into split cam. Right? And still it's better quality. So yeah, like, Twitch is stepping on that shit. I have the encoding quality, the exact same. Right? It's like in those movies, like, oh man, this shit's been stepped on more than blah 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 or something, right? I don't know the reference, but yeah, you know what I mean, right? They're cutting that shit with baking soda. And remember, Use baking soda, not baking powder, because if you use baking powder to cut your stuff, the junkies will have muffins growing out of their noses. You've loved that joke ever since you were a little girl. Name the movie I just quoted. Name the movie I just quoted. It's totally relevant to what I was saying, though, and that's where movie quotes need to be relevant to the moment at hand. Damn right, Hotfixer knows. Damn right, Hotfixer knows. You've loved that joke ever since you were a little girl, which means he's been talking to his daughter about cocaine since she was a very little girl. He's a terrible father. Just the worst. But it's such a good movie. Oh, it's so pure. It's so good. It's so pure. Yeah, Scary Movie 1 and 2 are amazing, especially because they were pretty much like independent compared to the later films that were basically just like the Zucker brothers like taking over. Right? There's a very clear separation between Scary Movie 2 and Scary Movie 3. I actually really like Scary Movie 3. Don't get me wrong. But like the style of comedy and the way the jokes like go from place to place, like even the tone of the film is just way different. Yeah, it's a totally different vibe. Yeah, 4 is entertaining too. Like most of them are great, like still worth watching. But not as good as those first 2 that were really like it almost feels like they kicked off the entire, what is it? Like blank movie like series, right? Because Scary Movie made it, like all the other like Not Another Teen Movie and all that other bullshit could just rip off the idea and make worse and worse films as they went on, right? But they were the revival of those like parody films, like in a good way. No, because I'm still talking about like the producers of Superhero Movie bring you Rob Schneider as a Carrot Movie. Like, you know, I'm just making it up, but like, yeah. Anytime they're like, oh yeah, from the people that brought you, and it's like Superhero Movie or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, you mean it's gonna suck? Cool, thanks. Good to know. But somehow like Scary Movie kicked off the entire like genre of something movie being like a naming pattern and just being like a you know, like a parody film. Chris Elliott in Scary Movie T. Yeah. Use my strong hand. Yeah. So Unruly. Maybe you're talking about like Don't Be a Menace? I don't remember any other like parody besides Don't Be a Menace, like predating Scary Movie. If you're talking about like White Chicks, no, that's not a parody. That's just a terrible film. It's a parody of itself. You know, like holy shit. Oh, I'm gonna get you, sucker. Yeah. So the key difference between those is like the generational aspect of it. Keenen Ivory Wayans was like the biggest voice and creator and producer of those films, and then it was a good like lull between like the other Wayans took over and like made something worthwhile. I don't even think Keenen Ivory was involved in Scary Movie, right? So yeah, what you're getting at is like Keenen Ivory Wayans being the star and I'm Gonna Get You, Sucka, and then being like the producer of Don't Be a Menace, right? He's even a cameo of like Message. But then there's like a lull of like 10 years before you see Scary Movie get made, right? Maybe not 10 years, but long enough. Was he actually the director? Really? I had that wrong for that long? All right, my bad. Shit. I really didn't think he had such a prominent role. He was the director. You're right. My bad. Is it Hold on. Wait. Is it actually that he was the director and writer of the previous ones, and then finally, like, Sean and Marlon, like, came into their own as writers? And then, like, Keenan Ivory was probably picked just simply because he had, like, the most, like, clout and chops to get, like, studios to invest? I'm willing to bet that's probably it. Yeah, Mom also said to stop sticking your dick in the vacuum cleaner. I told you not to disturb me while I'm cleaning my room. Okay, so hold on. AJ, you're saying you're trying to get a remote job for like 1,000, but it seems hard to get there right now. I mean, AJ, if you're not here in the US, companies don't want to deal with the tax like liability of paying you where you're at unless there's a company sponsoring you that they, you know, like the company sponsoring you does that. So you need to find a contracting agency in the country you live in, and then you can start getting roles with US companies. But just remember, the contracting agency is going to pay you the value of your local environment, your local ecosystem, etc., right? So just pointing that out. If you're trying to get paid more than local contracting agencies are going to do for remote work in other countries, it's not going to happen. Other countries need an established business to pay, not some random contractor. Until you're good and worth your salt, and then worth paying, you know, the extra taxes for. For the most part, to get a contract role from another country, you need to find a contracting agency in your country. And they will not pay you the crazy rates that you would see. I get it, AJ. Jobs are corrupt. That's not even like a specific country thing. Jobs are corrupt. It's that simple. Jobs are corrupt. Wherever you live, that's just what you got to deal with. Unless you can afford to move to someplace where jobs are less corrupt. I'm sorry, like, there's no magic secret sauce. There's millions of people in the world trying to do the exact same thing you're doing right now. There's no special shortcut. Algo, bro, Mr. Sir. Yeah, like, dual citizen is, like, the shortcut, but that's not something you can just do, right? So yeah, big, thin, small, like, that's an edge case that doesn't qualify here. Otherwise, they'd just be doing that. Oh, it's that easy, right, Big Finn? No, it isn't. Aw, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Algo. We'll see you in a bit. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, cheers to you. Happy birthday. I believe, yeah, it is your birthday yesterday? Today? I forget. Monday. So it's coming up. That's it. Yeah, cool, man. I knew it was coming up, or at least like sometime within like a realm of knowing and caring. Official stream Friday? Sick. Hell yeah. So AJ, I don't know, like, you can try. I would focus on getting a job that you can get through a local contracting agency. Once you have a big enough, like, resume of work you've done, then applying to other companies could be worth it. But if you don't have enough experience, like, I'm sorry, it's tough there, AJ. Alright, so, Rust Code, that's what we're doing right now. And yeah, thank you for that raid, man. Yeah, go get that vase already. I'll be here. What else am I gonna do? Now, I do have gaming. Yeah, no worries, AJ. Sorry. I don't mean to be like the bearer of bad news, but you're pretty much going to get honesty out of me every time. Sometimes that honesty isn't what you want to hear. But I consider honesty a personality trait and somewhat personality flaw at this point. It is. It's fine. But no matter what, I consider it actually my platform at this point. Right? Honesty is my platform. I don't give a shit about guarding people's feelings if I feel like they're being dishonest. Which is why there's a major beef between me and another streamer. They don't like that I'm too honest, I guess, and I hate the fact that they're so damn fake. So yeah, me and another streamer have that as beef, basically. If they had simply not judged me for being too honest and possibly harsh, I would have let them slide on the fact that I really think they're super fucking fake. Ooh, what is that emote? I like that. That's a good one. I just threw my shit in the dryer, though, so we're good. I probably need to go restart it, but yeah. And Zertard, no worries. Yeah, nothing special. We just been chatting, ranting. I don't want to name who they are, AJ. That would be more toxic than needed. If you were to view Twitch streams and have the inkling that one feels really fucking fake, it's probably that one. And I don't mean someone playing a character. I mean so much worse. They pretend they're not playing a character. No, you don't need any more of the details. Just simply recognize being genuine is something I value the most. It's not worth it. Exactly, Mixed Us. I don't want to dive into it. I don't want anyone to, like, dislike this person just because I do. Nah, just recognize that I heavily value authenticity. Other than when I recognize someone is playing a character. The person I'm thinking of doesn't make it obvious they're playing a character that just really isn't them. I have heard them comment on, I don't know why, but people say I'm not the person I am on stream. I don't get it. You really don't get it? I think you get it, and I think you know. One of the best things I've had as a compliment hanging out is when people are like, wow, you're exactly like who you are on stream. Thank you. That's awesome. That's what I'm going for. Lightspeed. Procrastinate? I haven't even begun to procrastinate yet. But no, we're actually like, I don't know about you. I need like a day between like changing projects, etc. I need a day of chatting when I'm like switching stuff up. I just do. Right? I at least need a buffer of like discussion before I can do like the context switch. So yeah, like when we switched over from Vexilla to Followversary Bot, there was a good like 3 hours on this stream in which we like, you know, discussed what we'd be doing, etc. Yeah, so like, you gotta ramp up. Exactly, AJ. So yeah, exactly. You know, I'm talking about Twitch specifically, not YouTube, so I'm not sure. It's tough to get like noticed and followed and watched on YouTube, like live. So it's tough, you know. So yeah, don't worry about it. Don't try and guess the person. Just recognize that me as a person, I value authenticity. And I normally can let that slide. If I view someone as inauthentic, as long as they're not holding how I treat my stream against me, they can operate their stream however they want. I don't give a shit. The moment they won't let me be a person outside of my stream personality, I'm not going to give them the same leeway. It's really simple, really easy. I will absolutely give someone the benefit of the doubt of just treating their stream how they want to treat it, and I'd love to hang out with pretty much every streamer. Pretty much every streamer. Totally. No big deal. The moment they judge me, personally, by my stream content and the way I treat chat, they have lost the benefit of the doubt. They know who they are. I'm not going to name them. But they totally lost the benefit of the doubt. Authentic. Absolutely. Yeah, Code Warriors. So, someone, we don't need to say who, that would be toxic, basically said they don't want to hang out in any capacity due to how I treat chat. Right? Like yelling at certain viewers, etc. Some viewers need to be yelled at. We've all seen it. Some viewers need to be yelled at. Otherwise, they'll continue being the same toxic person they are on other streams too. If I can call them out and they're willing to improve and be better in chat, then I've improved their interactions with other chatters or other streams, and that is like a 10x streamer mentality in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. I will yell at people to make them better as far as viewership goes. And by doing so, I believe I become a 10x streamer. Because I improve some viewers, like personalities in general, into other streams as well. I think there is value to that. By calling out their bad behavior, rather than just letting it go and ignoring them, I let them know that they're fucking up. And if they see friction in other streams because of it, then we're good. No, like Code Warrior, they'll probably just simply ignore that person. And that's it, right? They'll probably just simply ignore that person and only acknowledge other people. Sure, whatever. But it means that that same toxic chatter is still possibly toxic in other ways because no one's actually told them that they need to be less toxic. Yeah, Justin, like, yeah, similar approach. Yep. I enjoy a good, valuable debate because everyone learns from it, you know? But when someone starts doing some BS, then yeah, I'm gonna call them out. No syntax, it's fine. I wasn't calling anybody specifically out. I mean, there is one streamer I'm kind of calling out, but damn it, don't you dare try and guess who they are, because that misses the point. This is more about the broader aspect of it. Again, authenticity is almost a currency that once you've like lost it, it's gone forever. If you can maintain being authentic, you've got that currency forever. But once you've lost it, getting it back, pretty tough. Really tough. It's like trust, right? Trust is typically earned over time, and the moment you break that trust, you got to build it like back up again through more barriers. I think it's literally like the trust problem. But okay, so let's actually think about this is schedule active function. We take into schedule and the schedule type, because that part is derived from something else. I mean, trust is harder to rebuild than build in the first place, too. Not even break, right? The initial building is easier because people do want to have like an inherent, like, you know, give trust anyway. But the moment you make someone regret giving that trust, getting it back is really fucking hard. Right? Most people want to trust people. Like, seriously, even as a skeptic, I am a skeptical person in general. I'm a cynic. I look for just the worst in people most of the time. I still want to give people that initial, like, trust of, like, you know, good faith, right? They mean well. The moment it feels like they don't mean well, or just, you know, something disingenuous, them regaining that is a much higher bar of entry, you know? And I think a lot of people work that way. I've heard people describe me as I keep people at a distance. I don't just keep viewers at a distance. I keep everybody at a distance. A little bit, Justin. I will have more respect for you, but it would still make me, like, hesitant to trust you, right? Like, hey, just so you know, I've never paid back any money ever loaned to me. Well, yeah, I'm not loaning you any money. Like, but I really do respect the fact that you were upfront about that. You've actually gained some trust. You're just never going to get any money from me. Right? But you've actually gained some trust by pointing that out ahead of time. So there's like a difference between like trust in like globally and then trust in the moment. Damn right, Justin. That sounds legit. But a regular old person can't report you for breaking some loan or whatever, unless they got some paperwork and they take it to court. So your credit score is actually less meaningful than you just saying you kind of suck as a person. You know, like, I don't give a shit about your credit score. It just means you don't pay back your friends, I guess. I don't know for sure. I don't know the criteria of what you mean by suck as a person, but it's a little tough. I would probably follow it up with, well, what do you mean by that? And yeah, Moment, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right, and then, yeah, someone asked about the code. Is there no way to group the two bottom lines of the match statement together? So keep in mind, these two things are actually not what we're looking for right now. I just wanted to satisfy the borrow checker and the compiler. Technically, global is going to be its own thing, right? And environment is going to be its own thing. There may be some way to do this in another way that matters. And I think I'm going to need like a little helper function for it. Okay, yeah, no worries, Salt and Burnham. I don't know if they're still hiring. Do you do Python? I'd love to hear something fun, like funny. I don't know if they've hired for this role yet. No, I get that, Salt and Burnham. This company was like looking majorly for people to build out like Python tooling, etc., and also like talk about and write about stuff. So yeah, so maybe this isn't a good match. But I would still say it's probably worth like reaching out. Okay, so yeah, let me just zoom out a bit. They may not have any like positions available, but they were hiring for a DevRel at one point, and I interviewed with them. Okay, so they don't have the DevRel role open right now, so sorry. Red flags, yeah, no product yet, no budget for DevRel. All the fancy stuff will come last. Like, why are they hiring for a DevRel? Yes, that sounds like a huge problem. Another one I'd recommend reaching out to, again, like, so, hold up. Do you know about this site for, like, startup stuff? Yeah, startups aren't necessarily bad. But just Mesmero, recognize... Okay, so you have. Okay, cool. Just double checking. One that I've seen somewhat recently is EdgeDB. I interviewed with them. They ghosted me, but, you know, they're a small company. They're only hiring for senior cloud engineer. Yeah, a lot of like the DevRel roles probably like have vanished a bit. What's the other one I'm thinking of that might have had something valuable? No, like these are just ones that I interviewed with, and they still like seemed like awesome. Like, dude, the Platform SH would have been really cool actually. Yeah, like a lot of like DevRels have kind of been kicked off, right? But yeah, job market is actually pretty tough right now, especially for DevRels. Like, it really is. Yeah, exactly, Salt and Burnham. Like, there's a streamer who really doesn't like me, but I'm okay with now, that is no longer at Netlify, that would be really good. But yeah, like developer advocacy and DevRel itself as a core like role is going to be harder and harder to get. Yeah, they're great, for sure. They dislike me, and that's fine. I've forgiven them. They haven't forgiven me. It's okay. No judgment. Yeah, they're great. They do really good stuff. They will be successful pretty much wherever they land. And yeah, exactly, Salt and Burnham. If you did a bunch of Rust, if you did Rust code a lot, no, like there was a very specific like instance of friction and escalation and things that happened, and it's been long enough that I don't like holding grudges. So yeah. They do, or they're not, you know, they just haven't revisited the thought of whether, like, the grudge is worth it anymore. It's probably, like, out of sight, out of mind, so I get it. But to me, like, even keeping them banned wasn't worth it to me, right? They are unbanned. They can come back whenever they want. Will they? Probably not. But again, like, because I'm a peaceful soul? No, I think most people would say I'm an ass soul instead, right? Totally different thing. Totally different thing. So yeah, I ripped that joke off. That's from like Cuban something. I forget the name. It's a movie that has Nick Frost, the big guy from Shaun of the Dead. He is like the main character, and he's like a salsa like genius. Like he can salsa like nobody can salsa. But there's a bit in which Kieran Novak, I forget his name, the dude from like Phone Jackers, he's been in like What We Do in the Shadows, etc. He's like a regular of the salsa class, and like Nick Frost is just getting back into salsa. And, you know, Nick Frost has like some fancy shoes with like a special sole on them. And yeah, like there's a bit where like Kieran Novak like says like, "Oh, what kind of like soles are those on your shoes?" Right? And like, you know, Nick Frost like ignores him, and as they're walking out to class, like, "Oh, I know what kind of sole those are. Asshole." Like, yeah, exactly. Like, it's so good. Like, he has like an accent that's really, really good. "Oh, I know what kind of soul you have. A soul." Like, exactly. Like, it's just such a good line. It's like the best line in the entire film, actually. It's like Cuban Fever or something like that. Hold on. Nick Frost. Like, I recommend this film. It's actually a really good watch. Like, a fantastic fucking film. I really liked it. It's like Cuban something. Oh, Paul is such a great film. Oh, yeah, dude. Truth Seekers was a good show. I really enjoyed Truth Seekers. Fuck yeah. Cuban Fury. I was going to say Cuban Fire, Cuban something, but yeah, Cuban Fury. This film's great. Like, really well done. It's got, Chris O'Dowd in it, playing just a huge asshole. Like literally an asshole. Not even asshole, like asshole. Like, totally. He plays a terrible human being, and it's awesome. He does a really good job of it. "Oh, I know what kind of soul you are. A soul." Like, it's just so good. I'm going to be hearing that line in my head forever. And AJ, you like Tarantino's work? Yeah, for sure, he's good. I'm a huge movie aficionado, so like, yeah, I can talk about movies, you know, forever, basically. But let's try and hack out some of this code. Right? You know? Let's try and hack out some of this code. And yeah, these two bits here, could we combine them differently? Yeah, absolutely. If we only cared about like returning false, we could turn that as well into just the underscore and not even need the second one. We'd be done. But actually, we need to care about what the global versus environment schedules actually mean. And this part's a bit tough. But we need to start hacking it out, start thinking about it. At least, like, boilerplate out some of the code that we need to do for these things. And I think there's going to be, like, a common function between them that I'm really going to need to, like, think about and acknowledge. Like, environment-wise, I'm not even sure how to make that one work. But global is actually kind of easy. I think we end up needing some other arguments for this so that we can actually look at the individual like environments for it. And real quick, let's look at the list of like streamers that we can eventually raid here. We got like an hour or two before like I got to really think about this. Maybe not an hour. Sorry, no. We have like a half hour to an hour, somewhere between those. And man, we still haven't seen Theo do a stream again. Is he still like setting up? Yeah, still haven't seen Theo stream for a few weeks. Alright, but real quick, I gotta go pee. Give me a sec. Yeah, I was actually looking forward to like raiding Theo at some point. Because I owe him. He's raided me. Alrighty then, and I'm back. So how's everyone doing today? Y'all got any plans for the upcoming weekend, or, you know, just trying to get through the week? Anything like that? I'm gonna need a quick handful of potato chips that are actually getting right down near the bottom, like... Oh, that's all of them. Yep. Oh, and Mesmero, I really appreciate your, like, moment of, like, vulnerability, etc. I saw you say it, and I forgot to acknowledge it, and I really appreciate it. Right? I've called you out on some great things, so it's useful. Like, I really appreciate that, man. While we have such a cool large group here, I just saw Adam McNeil go live. If y'all could give him a follow, it'd be really cool of you. He does awesome Android stuff, so a lot of like Java and Kotlin. If you're looking to see what like Android dev looks like, he works here at Twitch doing stuff for the Android app. So yeah, give him a follow. Like, awesome developer, really good shit. Oh, Salt and Burnham, you got a lot of stuff lined up, right? You got a conference coming up? No, I get it, Mesmero. I'm also stubborn, so yeah. Yeah, I want to make sure I acknowledge that because I appreciate you. Like, thank you for, you know, not feeling bad when I emphatically say something directly at you. It doesn't come from a personal place at all. It comes from a just broader scope of like, we can all be better, you know? So yeah, thank you. So finishing tomorrow and Friday for practice. Saturday, bass tournament on the Detroit River, and then Sunday is the Detroit Tigers game. Monday, you drive to that Conf Wisco. And is that the name of it, or is it just the one that I like saw you like presenting at? Is it literally called that Conf? It is literally called that Conf. Nice. All right, cool. Oh, they do digital events too. Cool. So this is the main one, right? If I were to do a quick tag of it, how would you want your tag to be? Just Chris DeMars? Bare minimum, they might see some SEO from it. It's possible. Fuck yeah, man. Yeah, I do that for a lot of my stuff. I recognized it was actually valuable to do it because I started doing it for like a reference to like Fresh Consulting, and a person I knew that worked at Fresh still, like after I had left, like totally still shit, like called me out saying like, hey, like, how are you driving traffic to our site? We see this like rel equals CM Griffing. What is that? I was like, yeah, I stream on Twitch, and you know, I you know, send people your way. It shows up. People will notice, man. The person that was running the Google Analytics like dashboard and like understanding it totally reached out saying like, hey, I've been seeing this. What's going on? Yeah, I'm sending people your way. No big deal. In that regard, seriously, if you're looking for a design agency here in the US, especially, I would say check out Fresh. Their design work is amazing. They actually have like a hardware like department as well. If you need like consulting for hardware design even, ooh, even better. Very nice people, very cool people. If you end up chatting with their sales staff, tell them I sent you. But no worries. Like, I'm not looking for a commission. I want them to know that I like no hard feelings or any of that. Like, I hope there's none from them either. Right, because I did end up leaving the company on less than stellar, like, means. A company that they had a contract with had a hireability clause within their contract because it was, like, older. And I totally used that because the salary was way better. So, yeah, like, I still feel a little bad about that. But they wouldn't have kept paying Fresh anyway. It wasn't in the budget. It was to the point where I was interviewing people for my role while I was still contracting for the company before I, like, signed on for them. So yeah, like, kind of weird, right? Like, really strange. I knew immediately. Oh, you're hiring for a senior front-end engineer? With massive Angular experience? And, like, at the company, my boss ended up saying, like, yeah, like, you've been interviewing people for your role. I was like, I know. I'm a professional. I don't mind. Do I think one day I will be a millionaire? I think one day we will all be millionaires due to inflation. Millionaire will not mean what you think it means eventually. Hey, X Factor, Mr. Sir. 15 months, man. Will I eventually have $1 million in assets? Yeah, totally. Easy, no big deal. I think I might even be there with my comic book and baseball card collection. Wink. Probably not. No, that shit ain't worth nothing. Alright, well, shit. Yeah, there you go, Salt and Burnham. You got a Pez collection. Those are legit, man. Hockey cards, of course. There you go. Dude, I've got a signed Mario Lemieux. For sure. I've got a signed Mario Lemieux card. Because my parents used, like, not my parents, my grandparents used, no, like, there's no, like, certificate of authenticity or anything. I had him sign it himself. I gave him a card for him to sign at the hockey rink he used to own in Pittsburgh. Or, like, a suburb of Pittsburgh. Maybe, but I, like, you know, how is it, like, certifiable? Like, I have no certificate of authenticity. I have no photo of me with him signing it. Like, none of that. I don't even know how that shit works. I know I got the card somewhere, though. Collectibles and hockey cards? Maybe. I don't mind. I'm not of the mentality that I actually want to sell, but I should probably get it, like, graded and whatever. Sure. I could see that. Yeah, the card shows are cool and crazy. Like, yeah, really special. I remember being a kid buying stuff at card shows, and it was really fun seeing some of the stuff people had. I have a 1987 Michael Jordan starting lineup. Right? The plastic figurines and shit. Oh, the card itself isn't worth shit. Yeah, like all of my starting lineups are still mint in box. Yeah, for sure. What brought me onto that conversation is I have, like, technically this one is not mint in box because it's like a remade. Like, someone, like, took a, I forget the name, like something LaFours or whatever. Oh, you got a Gretzky starting lineup? Nice. I forget who the goalie for the Jersey Devils was at the time, but the Colorado Avalanche had just come out, and I was a huge fan. And I have a Patrick Waugh starting lineup that's actually a modified whoever the goalie was for, like, Jersey. Like, Chris something, I think. But yeah, I got a Patrick Waugh, like, custom made from some, like, probably now defunct, like, you know, like, card store in Jersey. But that's actually one of my favorite starting lineups. Because it's one of a kind. Yeah, it's custom made. Patrick Waugh didn't have a starting lineup that year, but these people fucking painted on the beard and everything, and painted, like, the uniform and all that stuff. It was like, yeah, I knew it wasn't real. They had said that up front. I didn't get swindled. I simply bought it because I really liked Patrick Waugh. Ooh, Jedzo. Legit. Yeah, thrift stores are some of the best places. I actually found a I want to say like 40 or 50 something Superman comic, which is the size of like a fucking Time or Life magazine or whatever from that era. Like big shit. right? Giant. I found that on the magazine rack at a Value Village. Now, it wasn't mint condition. I had to, like, you know, like some shit was stapled and whatever, and I didn't separate the staples, but I put it into a sleeve, and I sent it to my uncle, who's really big into collecting. He's a Marvel person, but I think he still appreciates the fact that he got an ancient fucking, like, Superman comic. I bought it for $1.50 at a Value Village, because it was just in the magazine rack. Like, really cool. But yeah, what up, Augustine? How you doing? So yeah, Salt and Burnham. I can't believe we never chatted about this stuff. I was probably too busy getting shit-faced. Probably too busy handing out joints. Exactly. Yeah, totally. Dude, it was so fun. I'm so happy I got to meet you in person, man. That was so fun. Dude, that was so cool. Yeah, like, dude, just the best. Hold on, here's another thing. Kong, Insomnia. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I saw Kong hiring for DevRels at 1.2. So yeah, if they didn't, or if you hadn't seen it, I wanted to like call it out, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's it. Oh, and they're really only hiring like on-site. Oh, actually, no. Canadian people, shit. No worries. It was just one more thing. I was like, oh, I remember them hiring for this stuff, and I'm not qualified for any of it. I interviewed at so many companies I was not qualified to be a DevRel for, that I still think, like, you know, someone could do that shit. Yeah. If I think of it or find anything, I will happily connect you up. Most of the ones I was looking at, like, wanted more, like, engineering experience for building, like, tooling, etc. too. So that's a little tougher. I know, man. Dude, it sucks. It's, like, such a numbers game. I'd say this. Try and just send an email, like, cold style-wise to Platform SH. Maybe contract DevRel is a thing? Have you actually considered that, too? So, DA only, not going back to engineering. I get you. You're currently doing contract DevRel for 2 companies? Awesome. Fuck yeah, nailed it. Just want to make sure, like, that's definitely, like, a thing. I couldn't talk myself into it, but you have a much better resume towards that. Ah, okay. Awesome. So Split's still like, hey, you know, we can't maintain the role, but we still need some of the work. So yeah, it's like a part-time-ish type thing, but you're getting paid for your time, and like, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool of Split. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Cool. So you have actually, like, bumped Split up, in my view, of these companies, like, massively. Like, dude, huge. I wasn't sure about Split. And then that right there, dude, that's so cool. Yeah, super cool of them. I don't know, they're just like a big A/B testing company. Like, it's hard to, like, really be, like, gung-ho for a giant A/B testing company. That said, I do know some people that know people at Launch Darkly, and that has, like, humanized the company a little bit more, too. Right? I think you and I both come from, like, listening to Tool and a bunch of that type of stuff from that era that, like, right? Think for yourself, question authority. Right? So, trusting a big company is not an automatic thing. So yeah, exactly, right? Totally. I actually feel bad for devs getting into dev that are not aware of that entire, like, aspect of, like, yeah, man, there's all this marketing, etc., but you still gotta, like, you know, you gotta be skeptical. So AJ, it's not necessarily a secret, but it's still, like, something that's frowned upon, maybe, but no one's ever gotten in trouble for it, so I'm skirting the line there. Sorry, AJ, just saying. You started in 96 as a youngster. Yeah, I don't know, like, we're old enough to, like, and we listen to enough Tool that, like, yeah, think for yourself, question authority. Like, no company deserves loyalty until they've proven it. No one in a position of authority automatically gets it. Loyalty doesn't pay the bills. Yeah, there you go. Another way of looking at it, sure. Everybody is your brother until the rent comes due. Ooh, there you go, Algo. And yeah, back with the vase. Nice. Hell yeah, man. We shouted you out, right? I'm gonna do it again. Fuck it. I don't know if I actually did it. I actually feel bad about it now because I don't remember myself doing it. So, again, anyone out there watching, if you're looking for some of, like, the most robust, like, Java development here on Twitch, I'll go, for sure. Your mom sent you a bunch of orchids. Oh, and they need water, like, immediately. Yeah, orchids don't, like, last long without water. Right? Roses can last a little longer, some of that. And yeah, no worries, Salt and Burnham. Yeah, gonna dip. Gotta rig up a rod for this weekend. What do you mean by a rod? Oh, fishing rod. Yeah. Cool. Hold on, real quick, before you go, Salt and Burnham, what type of fishing? Like, you said bass fishing. Is that like you drop it and it, like, sits and, like, sinks fishing? Or is that more like fly fishing style? I don't know the difference. I'm gonna guess bass fishing is more like you float it and sink it style. Casting mostly. Okay. Casting, reel it back in. Yep. Maybe alter the depth at which you're at due to, like, the weighting, etc., like floaters and all that. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Different lures for different depths, all that. Hell yeah. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, I know very little about fishing, but I enjoy it. I enjoy crabbing even more because I just throw the trap out and then pull it up. Ooh, I feel like I saw a photo and I didn't actually, like, recognize or think about, like, the values or any of that. But yeah, what up, Trav? We were shouting out, calling out, like, how awesome you are, etc. Like, you know, I assume you had to go, but Coding with Luke raided on in here, which is why you're probably here right now, or you would have been here anyway. Ooh, yeah, let me check out that video. Yeah, Salt and Burnham, yeah, just send it to me. Here on Twitch, over in Discord, either one. Yeah, no big deal. My biggest claim to fame fishing-wise is I went out on like a Jersey Shore style, like, boating thing for, like, fishing, and I was the first one to actually pull something up. I was the first one to actually pull up a fish out on that boating expedition, right? A 3-hour tour, obviously. Exactly, Trav. It's not like you'd ever click the link yourself. Why would you need to? Yeah, exactly. You end up here no matter what anyway. Right? It's science. It's no big deal. Oh shit, you made it on to like the big thing. Yeah, I don't know. There's some people that would consider it questionable. Like, it's not. It's whatever. Oh, that's you right there. And it's flopping, it's chilling, it's slapping. Ah, cool, man. You made it onto their like live stream and everything. Again, one scoreable fish. That's huge, man. So yeah, I'm sorry I didn't see this yet. Hold up. You didn't come in last. Damn right. Damn right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't actually see this exact, this tweet. Phoenix Bash Fishing League on the Detroit River, which is interesting. Oh, that's not confusing. Here we are on the Thursday boating event. It's a nice sunny Tuesday. What do you mean the Thursday boating event? We got a boat named Thursday. Deal with it. We got a boat named Thursday. Fucking deal with it. Index controller, change it to muscle bank. Cool, man. That would make a decent riddle, almost like someone riding into town on a horse named Thursday. And they leave on a Sunday, but they only stayed for one day. Yeah, no worries, Salt and Burnham. Thank you for chilling. Yeah, see you again soon. Right? Many, like, well wishes and you got this and all that, right? Towards your, like, you know, towards the hunt. I get you. I get you. Hey, Fix Bug, thank you for the follow. So yeah, how you doing there, Muscle Bank? Real quick, so yeah, Trav, are you actually out in like Michigan as well? Yeah, cause Salt and Burnham, he's like Detroit, like yeah, like straight up Detroit. Kalamazoo. Ooh. There's definitely a Primus song about that, right? Here's the best part. There's actually a town in Washington called Kalamazoo. They need a fucking zoo, don't they? Because I want to go to the Kalamazoo. How awesome would that be? I want to go to the Kalamazoo. Yeah, Washington. Figure that shit out already. Yeah, Primus has a song called Kalamazoo. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know that song. It's like very like bluegrassy, like like style, right? I don't know the exact like melody, but that was really close, wasn't it? Close enough. Here's the thing. Is there a zoo in Kalamazoo? Is there a Kalamazoo zoo? That's a missed opportunity. It only needs a couple animals and you're fine. It counts as a zoo, okay? There you go. At the Kalamazoo, you can see all these crazy animals. They go to work, they drive their cars, it's crazy. But no, like, Travi, yeah, you missed a conversation about, like staff engineering, etc. Like, you know, like coding with Luke, talking about how, like, you know, you're gonna, like, mentor him, etc. Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't know how old coding with Luke is. But I find it strange. Like, dude, Trev, please don't take this the wrong way. I assume you're kind of my age. Is needing a mentor something you've actually ever felt like you needed? Like, is that a feeling you've ever had? Because, like, we got onto the topic of, like, how a certain era of programmer is, like, the enthusiast programmer, in which, like, I don't need a mentor, right? Like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I know the shit I need to Google. I know the stuff I need to check out. Like, well, yeah, I'll read a blog post about, like, what I need to do to level up from senior to whatever, right? But the articles are out there. You know, like, I'm just curious, like, maybe I'm misjudging you. I apologize. I thought you were my age, but I kind of equate that with everyone, right? Yeah, exactly. So that's actually like a generational shift that an article we read kind of points out, right? We come from the era that there were so many fucking, like, hurdles to jump over to actually get something running anyway that, yeah, like, we're already prepared to Google through any problem we have. We're prepared to research and figure it out, rather than, like, needing someone to just, like, spell some shit out for us. And it's not bad, it's not negative towards, like, the people that need a mentor, but it's still, like, I find something very, like, interesting and strange about, like, the needing a mentor thing. Because I've talked with juniors, they're like, I just wish I had a mentor that could tell me all the things. And it's like, do you though? Like, it takes away so much agency of, like, carving your own path, etc. But, like, really, it's a generational thing. It's not even about age at that point. It's more about, like, when you became a dev. Right? It's when you started getting into programming. And because there was such a higher barrier to entry in, like, the enthusiast era, it meant that we're already, like, selected towards, like, putting in the effort, you know? So yeah, there's something, like, strange about that. Yeah, 20 years ago was a different world. Keep in mind, I was barely a dev. But my parents were devs of a time in which, like, you know, like, you'll figure it out. I maybe missed, like, the 2000s era, and I became a dev basically in, like, 2008 or 2010 or whatever, but, like, the mentality of what dev was and what computing was, like, I don't know, I feel like that's still, like, an age-related thing in some way. Or maybe because I have programmer parents... Maybe because I have programmer parents, there's something to that. That, like, even though I put in, like, the learning becoming a programmer, like, later, my parents still, like, espouse the values of what makes a good dev. And, like, because of that, I'm still, like, towards, like, the farther side. Damidada, your RAM can be thought of as not necessarily an array... It's a map, and that map can have things mapped out to it, like arrays, etc., that are usually contiguous. But your RAM is whatever RAM you got, and it's not an array. It's a lookup table. The memory address is the value that lives there. Yeah, so, like, coding with Luke is really good. Yeah, like, great developer. I'm just curious, like, what gaps are they missing, etc. You know, like, and I don't know their age, so maybe I'm, like, painting them with too broad a brush. So help them fill in their gaps quicker. I getcha. So yeah, keep in mind, I am not staff at any company. Do I feel like I could do a staff role? Fuck yeah. But it would take a company actually like being willing to take that chance on me, etc. And recognize the fact that I'm gonna fail the fucking leak code bullshit. When instead, like, my ability to recognize deficiencies between teams and things they need just as a tool, my ability to connect teams and make sure they're communicating about the common problems they have together, like, that is, in my opinion, what makes someone staff. Right? It's more about, like, the communication nature and understanding, like, the broader aspect of what needs to get done. But again, like, Trev, like, you have a way bigger concept of that than I do. Move further down the stack, right? Learn more CS concepts and get better at code interviews. I feel like that's like less important though for actually like what staff level engineering does though. So sure, like I actually would question any company that uses those as criteria for staff level, because that shit matters less and less. Right? And I'm going based upon like what I've kind of read and understood from like staffeng.com. Right? Staff, principal, etc. are just like, you know, progressing it in a way that like the core fundamentals matter less and less. Right? Like how you can reverse a linked list becomes less and less important the more experience you get. Right? Your ability to reverse a linked list becomes less and less important, in my opinion. But again, I don't know, right? I totally called it out and said, like, Travi, like, you're way above me in pretty much every measurable way. Unless it comes to, like, front-end user experience bullshit. And that's a very small slice. So, like, I defer to you for a lot of this stuff. I don't know. I'm simply speaking about what I've read and I understand. Exactly. Yeah. You're way above me in pretty much every other category, and I'm willing to admit that. But at the end of the day, like, I think my biggest value is providing a better user experience and understanding, like, the foot guns of web dev and, like, how front end works and all that. And I still think that could be, like, I still think, like, staff level is within my reach. Even, like, recognizing that that's my strength. I think there are certain like staff level roles that really need that to be a strength, you know? So yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm deferring to you. You are more experienced. You're a better developer in pretty much every measurable way. The only way I could actually like maybe like contest that is like UI UX stuff. So yeah, right? Just making sure I'm not like, you know, not putting you down in some way. Navigating transitions into higher roles. So X Factor, that's almost one of the things that was called out in this article about like the older generation versus the newer generation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. Like learn more about data structures and algorithms. Go for it. No big deal. I find that less and less relevant the further up like you move like role-wise. But even then, like, it's worth learning, worth being better at. And it's usually still, like, the filter to get those roles. So, I get that, too. Oh, Travi, I had a DevRel role. There was going to be, like, 50% engineering, 50% DevRel. Oh, let me just post this link. Yeah, sorry, X Factor. I had a DevRel role. Right? 50% DevRel, 50% like engineering role, in which one of the questions they asked, it was going to be Rust. What is the difference between send and sync? Shit. I'd have to look it up, but I eventually landed on the answer. Like, I totally got there, right? Like, so I believe send is for primitives, sync is for like objects, but I'd have to Google it. right? I'd have to look it up, because is that really a criteria towards being like a productive Rust developer? No. You can be an amazing car driver and have no knowledge of how to actually repair the fucking engine or drivetrain or whatever. Right? No concept of how to diagnose why your internal combustion engine isn't starting. It's really only three things. It's fuel, oxygen, and spark. Those three things together, if your car still isn't running, is something totally different. Right? If you have all three of those, something elsewise is majorly wrong. If you have all three of those and your car still doesn't start, well then shit. You're dealing with some major like electronic issue at that point. Compression ratio is really only like an issue for like diesel, for the most part. Like if you're dealing with just a standard internal combustion engine, fuel injected, etc., the compression is really less of an issue. It could be a thing, but it's such an edge case at that point. I know it's a thing, like I get it, but there's such an edge case to it, is what I'm getting at. By the time you've hit fuel, oxygen, and like spark, by the time you've hit those three, you've like knocked out like 90+% of problems. 95 even, maybe, right? At that point, the other 5% trying to pick the thing that it might be, nah, don't even try. Because it could easily just as well be a vacuum leak or a plugged catalytic converter, right? Like the exhaust is plugged. Like all those things are like equally just as likely to be a problem, is what I'm getting at, Mesmero. At the point in which you've checked off the main three things for an internal combustion engine, from then on, every other problem is as equally likely to happen. Yeah, some people want to drive the car, some people want to build the engine. Yeah, for sure. Both are needed and both require different skill sets. Exactly. For me, I like to be the race car driver. I just like taking an app from nothing to something. That's amazing to me. That's the best. I love that part. And I still, like, I absolutely believe that there is a major, like, use case and, like, value to that, even in, like, staff engineering, etc. So Mesmero, that's fine. What I'm talking about is a car that doesn't start. That was actually like the thing we said from the start. If your car doesn't start, here's the things to investigate. So Mesmero, you actually failed the entire interview because you didn't actually listen to the criteria. You failed that interview because you didn't actually listen to what I was saying. We're talking about if your car doesn't start, the majority of the issues are three things. So Mesmero, like you trying to find the edge case would be a major, major flaw in a job interview, in my opinion. Right? You're seeing the forest for the trees. Because you didn't actually listen to the criteria set forth even. Yeah, staff engineers are typically coordinating other teams and maybe writing utilities, etc., that both teams could use, things like that. But for the most part, yeah, staff is about coordinating independent teams. As far as I know, that's absolutely true. So, yeah, thank you for backing that up. And yeah, sorry, Trev, I thought you were staff as well. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I thought you were staff. You might as well be staff. Shit, you can be principal if you want. I don't give a shit. No, I get that, Masmiro, but again, we were talking about a very specific problem, and you went beyond that problem. That's not always a good thing. That's what I'm getting at, though, Masmiro. Like, you were given a set of constraints. All you can do is work within those constraints. Anything else wasn't asked for. Could you ask if it's necessary and, like, you know, check with it? Maybe. But I would just simply say, like, constraints are there for a reason. Breaking out of those constraints should be a specific extra case. You know? To the point that, Masmiro, if you were to do so in like a programming interview, I would accuse you of making perfect be the enemy of good. Could we get this thing launched without whatever you're talking about? Yeah, totally. 1000%. Could we improve it later? Well, yeah, annotate that and make it good, but like, you're letting perfect be the enemy of good. And that is the exact opposite of what I think a staff engineer should be doing. A staff engineer should not be concentrating on perfection. Yeah, no worries, Masmiro, right? It's a thing. It's a huge thing. We see it all the fucking time here on stream where people have very strong opinions about how I write my code. Well, yeah, cool. Have those opinions, but I need to make this work. Then I need to make it good. And then I maybe need to make it fast. So I think in many cases, staff engineering and principal engineering are exercises in pragmatism, more so than theoretical perfection. Right? Pragmatic development is probably one of the most important things we can do. Now, keep in mind, I am biased towards pragmatism rather than perfection, so obviously I'm going to say that's something we should concentrate on. I don't know. I'm not a staff engineer at any company. So pragmatism does save time. The converse of that is all of the rework you see coming in the next few months. So like, again, that is like our job as, right, like senior and staff and whatever above engineers. Is the time involved in reworking things gonna outweigh the value we've gained from having something launched now? And in many cases, the answer is no. I'm sure there's edge cases to that, but statistically speaking, delivering value right now is the most important thing we can do. If reworking the thing was basically the same cost as the perfect solution, then yeah, you would have spent all that time doing the perfect solution anyway. Could we have something working and then we can be concurrently working on the perfect solution while it's still live? Yeah. So yes, exactly, Trav. I think staff engineer needs to understand the business concerns of these things more so than a senior engineer would usually, right? What is the business cost as far as developer time, etc.? Things like that. So staff and principal really need to be concerned with business concerns more so than any other role below that. And eye towards future extensibility. Exactly, right? Improvement, better than we were, right? But perfect is the enemy of good. So yeah, cool. So thank you there, X Factor. I'd like to think that I'm well on the path. Am I going to get some staff engineer role in the future? Maybe. Will I end up getting that before I end up doing my own startup? That's the question. I'm not sure. I don't know. That said, we're at 4:56 p.m. and I need to get into gaming because the people I game with on Wednesdays, one of them needs to get going earlier. So, yes, I have to call it here. I'd love to actually just keep chatting. This is my favorite part. I love chatting, understanding this stuff better. All of my perspective on what a senior, what a staff level, all that stuff, like all of it comes from basically like conversations we've had here on stream. So y'all are helping me level up, whether you know it or not. Thanks. That said, we should probably go raid somebody. We raided Stragger fairly recently. I see Adam McNeil. I see Dev Shackle. Turkey, all right, cool. Jitspo, Dead Mouse is going, which is interesting. Justin B. Chow. Yeah, he's just chatting. Nah, we're good on that one. Yeah, we'll be on gaming stream, and I think we're playing Diablo. So yeah, thank y'all for chilling. Thank y'all for hanging out. Like, I love these conversations. Yeah, I'll see you over on gaming stream. Hell yeah. Oh, I was about to do shout out. Yeah. Raid. Adam. MC. Bam! So yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Adam McNeil, who's doing some Android GDE stuff. I don't even know what that means. Developer expert, like Google developer expert. There we go. He's making a Rocket League esports mobile app. Oh, that sounds fun. Hell yeah. Yeah, so I'll be over on my gaming stream. If y'all don't know, no big deal. I'll be over there in just a minute. I just gotta thaw some shrimp, and that'll be my meal tonight. It'll be a good meal. We're fine. And yeah, I'll see the rest of y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I need to actually, like, knock out this code. I'm sitting here, like, really, like, trying to think about and stew on the right way to do this, because some of this stuff is going to be nested within, like, the match, and it's going to be a little gross. But we got to make it happen, so yeah, we'll figure that out tomorrow. But yeah, see y'all on gaming. No big deal. And yeah, like Travi, we should play some League of Legends. I think you play that at some point, maybe. But yeah, let's play some League. I know Sam Kit Kat wants to play some more at some point too. Later.